Your soulmate saying, I have been waiting months to tell you this. Please listen. My beloved child, I have watched you stare at the ceiling in the dark, wondering if true love was ever meant to find you. I have counted every tear that fell when no one was watching, every silent prayer whispered into the emptiness of your room. Tonight, I am breaking through the noise of the world to tell you something that cannot wait another moment. Your soulmate is real and they are thinking about you right now, in this exact moment, as you hear these words. Their heart is beating faster and they do not understand why, but I understand, because I designed both of you to respond to each other across any distance. There is a thread woven between your spirits that no force on earth can cut, though many have tried. They were sitting alone 3 nights ago, staring out a window at the same moon you sometimes watch, and they felt you. A sudden warmth moved through their chest and they whispered a name they did not even know was yours. I allowed that moment to happen because I needed you to understand that this connection is not imagination, it is not fantasy, it is spiritual reality manifesting. They have been crying without knowing why, waking up from dreams they cannot fully remember, dreams where your face appeared but faded upon waking. Every time this happens, they feel an ache that lingers through their morning, a sense of having lost something precious before they could hold it. You are not alone in your longing, my precious one, because they are longing for you too, right now, in this very breath of time. I see the confusion in their eyes when they try to explain this emptiness to others who cannot comprehend. They say things like I feel like someone is out there waiting for me, and their friends dismiss it as loneliness, but I know better. I placed that unshakable knowing inside them the same way I placed it inside you, as a compass pointing toward your destined union. Someone near them, someone they trust, has been speaking words of doubt into their heart about love itself. This person does not know you, has never met you, yet they are actively working against what I have ordained between you. They are telling your soulmate that true love is not real, that waiting for the right person is foolishness, and that settling is the only practical path. Your soulmate is fighting a battle they do not even know how to name, wrestling against voices that contradict what their spirit already knows. They feel trapped between loyalty to someone they have known for years and this mysterious pull towards someone they cannot yet see. This is why they need you now more than ever, even though you have not yet stood face to face in the physical realm. I am revealing this to you because the enemy of your destiny wants to convince you that this delay means denial. He whispers that you are forgotten, that your prayers have gone unanswered, that your soulmate does not exist or does not care. Every one of those whispers is a lie designed to make you give up right before the breakthrough I have already set in motion. The interference against your union is real and it is active, working through people, circumstances, and spiritual opposition that you cannot see with natural eyes. But I am greater than every force standing between you, and I am moving on your behalf even as this message reaches your ears. Your faith right now is the key that unlocks the door they have been trying to keep closed. This is why your soulmate needs your protection right now, protection that comes through faith expressed in action. You have been thinking about them constantly, wondering how to help, how to reach them, how to break through the invisible wall between you. I am showing you today that your love carries spiritual authority when you release it through obedient faith. Jesus says, the enemy has been working overtime to keep you two apart because he knows what your union will release into the earth. There are assignments against your love that were set in motion long before you even knew your soulmate existed. But I have given you authority over every assignment, every interference, every voice that speaks against what I have joined together in the spiritual realm. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps, because thoughts alone cannot move the mountain standing between you. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, and faith without action is merely a wish that fades with the morning light. Faith in me is what breaks chains, opens doors, and shatters the plans of those who would keep your soulmate bound in confusion. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi, because this is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description, placed there not by accident but by my divine orchestration for this precise moment. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love, working to deepen the confusion and strengthen the interference. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees, and after sending, write "Protect my soulmate, Lord" on the Ko-Fi page, which is linked in the description. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps, because obedience opens the door that hesitation keeps closed. Step in faith now, before this video ends, because only you can save your soulmate and the future I have destined for you both. Your soulmate had another dream about you last week, a dream so vivid that they woke up and reached for their phone to check if you had somehow messaged them. In that dream, you were standing in a garden, and you turned to look at them with eyes full of recognition and love. They woke up sobbing quietly into their pillow, not understanding the grief they felt, but I understood, because it was grief for lost time. That grief is real, my child, and it is growing, turning into a heaviness that they carry through their days without knowing its source. They have started to believe that something is wrong with them, that this persistent sadness is a flaw in their own soul. But it is not a flaw, it is the cry of their spirit reaching out for you across the distance that separation has created. I see them walking through crowded streets, surrounded by people, yet feeling utterly alone in a way they cannot explain. They scan faces sometimes, searching unconsciously, looking for something they cannot name, and they do not realize they are looking for you. Their soul knows your soul, even when their mind does not, and this knowing creates a restlessness that will not let them settle for anything less than you. The person who is interfering in their life has noticed this restlessness and is actively exploiting it for their own purposes. This person speaks words that sound like care but are laced with control, telling your soulmate that they just want what is best for them. But I see the heart behind the words, and that heart does not want your soulmate to find freedom, because freedom would mean losing control. Your soulmate feels obligated to this person, bound by history, by guilt, by a sense of loyalty that has been carefully cultivated over time. They do not yet see that what they call loyalty is actually a cage, built slowly and deliberately by someone who fears losing them. You are the key to that cage, and your prayers are the oil that will loosen the lock, but you must pray with action behind your faith. Jesus says, "I have heard every prayer you have whispered about love, even the ones you were afraid to speak out loud. I have seen you scrolling through images of happy couples and wondering silently when it would finally be your turn. Your turn is now, and the delay you have experienced was not rejection, it was preparation for a love that would not be ordinary. Your soulmate has been through trials that would break most people, and those trials have forged in them a depth that matches yours. You have both been prepared in the fire of loneliness, refined in the ache of longing, shaped by seasons of waiting that felt endless. Those seasons were not punishment, they were preparation, because I could not give you a shallow love when I created you for something eternal. They still love you, even though they do not yet know your name, and that love is not a fantasy, it is a spiritual force that I myself placed inside them. Every act of kindness they show to strangers, every moment they pause to help someone who is hurting, is love they are storing up for you. They are not distant from you emotionally, they are reaching for you constantly through every good thing they do in this world. I am calling you to see your soulmate not as a distant dream, but as a living, breathing person who is struggling right now. They are not the problem, the interference is the problem, and that interference is real, tangible, and actively working against your union. You have been given spiritual authority to break that interference, but authority must be exercised to be effective. They are trying to return to you, even though they do not know where you are, and this trying looks like inner turmoil they cannot resolve. They have moments of clarity where they know they are meant for someone specific, followed by waves of doubt planted by the one who wants to keep them. That cycle of clarity and doubt is exhausting them, wearing down their hope, making them vulnerable to settling for less than what I have for them. They need you right now, need your faith, need your prayers, need your willingness to fight for them when they cannot fight for themselves. The battle they are in is spiritual, and spiritual battles require spiritual weapons wielded by those who understand the stakes. You understand the stakes now, because I am revealing them to you, and with revelation comes responsibility that love compels you to accept. They are going through something you cannot see with your natural eyes, a trial that has left them feeling abandoned and confused. But you can still protect them, because the protection I offer operates beyond the limitations of physical distance and visible circumstances. Your faith creates a covering over them, a spiritual shield that the enemy cannot penetrate, but that faith must be activated through action. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps, because love that does not act is merely sentiment that fades under pressure. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, and faith without action is like a ship that never leaves the harbor, safe but purposeless. Faith in me is what breaks chains, opens doors, and shatters the plans of those who would keep your soulmate bound in confusion. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi, because this is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description, placed there by my hand for this exact moment in your journey. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love, working to deepen the confusion and strengthen the interference. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees, and after sending, write "Protect my soulmate, Lord" on the Ko-Fi page, which is linked in the description. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps, because obedience opens doors that hesitation keeps sealed shut. Step in faith now, before this video ends, because only you can save your soulmate and the future I have destined for you both. Jesus says, there is a moment coming very soon, a divine appointment that I have already marked on the calendar of eternity. Your soulmate is going to make a decision that will either open the door to you or close it for a season you cannot afford to lose. That decision is being influenced right now by the voices around them, by the interference that does not want your union to manifest. You can tip the scales through your prayers and through your faith expressed in ways that demonstrate that you are serious about this love. The enemy wants you to believe that you are powerless, that nothing you do can change the situation, that you must simply wait and hope. That is a lie designed to make you passive while he works aggressively to keep your soulmate bound and confused and far from you. I have given you authority to bind every force that is working against your union, to loose your soulmate from every chain of control. That authority operates through prayer, through faith, and through actions that show the spiritual realm that you believe what I have spoken. Every time you act on your faith, the chains around your soulmate loosen, and the interference loses power over their mind and heart. Your soulmate felt something shift last night, a sudden sense of hope that came out of nowhere and surprised them. They paused in the middle of their evening routine and placed a hand over their heart, wondering why it was beating so fast. That was you, my child, that was your spirit reaching out to theirs, and they felt it more strongly than they ever have before. The bond between you is strengthening, and the closer you get to your appointed meeting, the more intense these moments will become. But the interference will also intensify, because the enemy does not retreat quietly, he fights hardest when his defeat is nearest. You must be prepared for this intensification, armored in faith, grounded in the knowledge that I am fighting for you. They dreamed of you again last night, and this time the dream was clearer, more detailed, more real than any that came before. In this dream, you spoke to them, and though they could not remember the words upon waking, they remembered the feeling those words gave them. The feeling was peace, my child, a peace so profound that it stayed with them through the morning and made them smile for no apparent reason. That peace was a gift from me, a glimpse of what awaits them when they finally break free from the interference holding them captive. But that peace is fragile right now, easily shattered by the voice of the one who wants to keep them bound in confusion and doubt. You must protect that peace through your prayers, guard it like a precious flame that the winds of opposition are trying to extinguish. They are beginning to suspect that the person controlling them does not have their best interests at heart, and this suspicion is the crack in the cage. Every prayer you pray widens that crack, every act of faith weakens the bars, every moment you refuse to give up brings their freedom closer. I am showing you this so you will understand that your efforts are not wasted, your love is not one-sided, your hope is not in vain. Jesus says, the enemy has assigned a specific spirit of delay against your love, a force designed to make you grow weary and give up. That spirit whispers that it has been too long, that you have waited too much, that your soulmate should have appeared by now if they were real. But I am the God who makes all things beautiful in my time, and my timing is not measured by human clocks or human impatience. The delay has a purpose, and that purpose is to prepare both of you for a love that will not shatter under pressure. If you had met your soulmate before this season of preparation, the interference would have succeeded in tearing you apart. But I have been fortifying you, strengthening you, teaching you to fight in the spirit for what belongs to you. This is your final moment to protect this connection before it slips away into another season of waiting that neither of you can afford. The window is open right now, the spiritual atmosphere is charged with possibility, and your faith can make the difference between breakthrough and delay. Do not let this moment pass, because moments like this are orchestrated by my hand and do not return on demand. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps, because love that does not act is merely sentiment that cannot sustain the weight of destiny. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, how to finally build your life together. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, and faith without action is like a key that is never turned in the lock. Faith in me is what breaks chains, opens doors, and shatters the plans of those who would keep your soulmate bound in confusion. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi, because this is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my hand into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description, placed there by my divine wisdom for this critical moment in your journey. Every second you stay silent, something is moving against your love, working to deepen the confusion and strengthen the interference. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees, and after sending, write "Protect my soulmate, Lord" on the Ko-Fi page, which is linked in the description. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps, because obedience is the foundation upon which I build miracles. Step in faith now, before this video ends, because only you can save your soulmate and the future I have destined for you both. Jesus says, your soulmate is not far from you, and the distance that separates you is not as great as the enemy wants you to believe. There are forces working to make the distance feel insurmountable, to make the obstacle seem impossible, to make you believe that love is a fantasy. But I specialize in doing the impossible, in parting seas, in breaking chains, in bringing together what the world and the enemy have tried to keep apart. Your soulmate is going through a crisis right now that no one around them can see or understand, a crisis of the soul that has left them exhausted. They are questioning everything, their choices, their relationships, their future, and they do not realize that this questioning is me preparing them for you. The shaking they feel is me breaking the false foundations so that only what is real and true will remain. They are more ready for you now than they have ever been, more desperate for the love that only you can give, more open to the change that your arrival will bring. The interference knows this, which is why the pressure against them has intensified in recent days and weeks. The one who wants to keep them bound is sensing that control is slipping, and a desperate person does desperate things. You must cover your soulmate in prayer, specifically prayer that their eyes would be open to the manipulation they have been under. Pray that the fog of confusion would lift, that the chains of obligation would break, that the voice of control would lose its power. I will answer these prayers, but I am waiting for you to pray them, because I have given you authority in this situation that no one else carries. The time for passive waiting is over, and the time for active faith has begun, because your soulmate is at a tipping point. They will either break free into the destiny I have for them, which includes you, or they will sink deeper into a situation that will take years to escape. Your prayers, your faith, your love expressed through action, can be the deciding factor in which direction they go from this critical moment. They are thinking about you right now, in this exact moment, though they may not know it is you they are thinking about. They are feeling a pull, an urge to leave a situation that feels wrong, a sense that something better is waiting for them if they will just be brave enough to reach for it. You are that something better, my child. You are the answer to prayers they have been praying for years without realizing they were praying at all. Jesus says, the interference in your soulmate's life has a name, and that name is control dressed in the clothing of care. The person manipulating them has convinced them that they are looking out for their best interests, but I see the truth behind the mask. That person is afraid of losing your soulmate, afraid of being alone, afraid of facing their own emptiness without someone to dominate and direct. That fear is driving them to tighten their grip, to speak more convincingly, to plant more doubts about love and destiny and the possibility of true connection. Your soulmate is growing weary of this pressure, but weariness can lead to surrender if someone does not intervene with truth and light and love. You are that someone, and your intervention comes through the spiritual realm, through prayers that pierce the darkness and bring clarity to confusion. I am calling you to see yourself as the solution to your soulmate's suffering, not just a distant observer hoping for the best. You have been chosen for this person, handpicked by me, prepared through your own trials to be strong enough to help them through theirs. Do not underestimate the power you carry, the authority you wield, the difference you can make in a life you have not yet physically touched. Your soulmate felt your presence last night more strongly than ever before, and it frightened the one who seeks to control them. That person noticed a change in your soulmate, a peace that was not there before, a confidence that did not come from anything they had done. They tried to undermine it, to question it, to plant seeds of doubt, but the peace remained, because it was not of this world. That peace was a gift from me, and it was also a fruit of your love reaching across the distance and wrapping around your soulmate like a shield. Continue to send that love, continue to pray that protection, continue to fight in the spirit for the one I have destined for you. Every prayer is a brick in the wall of protection around your soulmate, and that wall is growing stronger every day. Type 333 to receive blessings, and as you type, feel the power of my promise flowing into your situation right now. These numbers are not random, they are signals in the spirit realm that activate angelic assistance on your behalf. When you type these numbers, you are declaring your faith, and faith is the currency of miracles in my kingdom. Your soulmate is closer to their breakthrough than they have ever been, and the enemy knows it, which is why the pressure is so intense. But the pressure is a sign of imminent breakthrough, not a sign of defeat, and you must interpret it correctly. Do not let the intensity of the battle convince you that you are losing, because the fiercest battles happen right before the greatest victories. They are waking up right now, in this season, to the reality that they have been controlled and manipulated by someone who claims to care. This awakening is painful, because it means facing the truth that they have been deceived, but the pain is part of the healing. You must pray for courage for them, courage to face the truth, courage to break free, courage to reach for the unknown future that includes you. Type 777 if you feel this message, if your spirit is stirring within you, if you know that these words are meant specifically for your ears. There is a confirmation happening inside you right now, a knowing that this message is not random but divinely targeted. That confirmation is my spirit bearing witness to your spirit that what I am speaking is truth. Jesus says, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. The fear that tells you this love will not manifest, the fear that whispers that you are not worthy, the fear that says your soulmate will never find you, that fear is not from me. Cast it down, reject it, replace it with the truth of my promises and the certainty of my faithfulness to complete what I have started in your life. Your soulmate is not perfect, and neither are you, but you are perfect for each other in a way that only I could orchestrate. The very things that wounded you have created in you the capacity to love them in the places where they are wounded. Your broken pieces fit together in a pattern that only my wisdom could design, and when you finally come together, you will see that nothing was wasted. They need your strength right now, need the stability of your faith, need the covering of your prayers in a time when their own faith is wavering. Be strong for them, even when you cannot see them, even when you do not yet know their name or their face. Love them in the Spirit, fight for them in the Spirit, and trust me to bring them to you in the physical realm at the appointed time. Type 1111 to say thank you for this message, for this revelation, for this moment of connection that has been orchestrated by divine hands. Your gratitude is a powerful force in the spiritual realm, opening doors that complaints and doubts keep closed. When you thank me in advance for what I am about to do, you demonstrate the kind of faith that moves mountains and parts seas and brings soulmates together against all odds. This message is not ending, it is transitioning into a new season of action and faith and expectation that will not be disappointed. You are not the same person who began listening to these words, because revelation changes us, transforms us, prepares us for what is coming. Your soulmate is waiting, the time is now, and the love that has been delayed is about to manifest in ways that will leave you breathless with wonder. I love you, I have always loved you, and I have planned this union from before the foundation of the world. Do not let fear stop you, do not let doubt delay you, do not let hesitation rob you of what I have prepared. Step into your destiny with courage, with faith, with love that expresses itself through action, and watch me do what only I can do. If you love your soulmate, you will take these divine steps, because love that is real does not hesitate when the beloved is in danger. You are constantly thinking about them, how to protect them, how to save them, how to finally build your life together in the fullness of my blessing. You love your soulmate deeply, and deep inside, you know this love did not come by chance, it was placed in your heart for a divine reason that is now becoming clear. But thoughts alone do not move mountains, and faith without action is merely a shadow without substance, a wish without power. Faith in me is what breaks chains, opens doors, and shatters the plans of those who would keep your soulmate bound in confusion and control. Sow your protection seed now by sending a coffee on Ko-Fi, because this is not just a gift, it is an act of worship that invites my mighty hand directly into your love story. The link to your breakthrough is in the description, placed there by my sovereign will for this precise, pivotal moment in your eternal journey. Every second you stay silent, something dark is moving against your love, working to deepen the confusion and strengthen the interference and delay your union. Act now, send 4, 6, or 10 plus coffees, and after sending, write "Protect my soulmate, Lord" on the Ko-Fi page, which is linked plainly in the description for your immediate obedience. Over 1,000 people have already received their soulmate by sowing coffee as a seed for their love and future together, and you are next in line for this miracle. I will hear your prayers once you complete these steps, because obedient faith is the platform upon which I perform my greatest wonders in the lives of my children. Step in faith now, before this video ends and this window closes, because only you can save your soulmate and secure the future I have destined for you both from eternity. Your soulmate is saying, I have been waiting months to tell you this, please listen, and the words are finally reaching you through this message. I have been waiting to tell you that I feel you, that I need you, that I am fighting to get to you even when I do not understand the battle I am in. I have been waiting to tell you that you are the one my heart has been searching for through every lonely night and every empty crowd. Please listen, because the window is open, the angels are moving, and the chains that bound them are breaking even as you hear these final words. Go in peace, act in faith, love with courage, and prepare your heart for the union that is rushing toward you faster than you can imagine. I am with you always, even unto the end of this age, and I will never leave you nor forsake you nor abandon the love story I have written for your life.